Hey y'all, hey. So I had to get myself together. Um, I kid y'all not. So y'all know I have been on here. Let me straighten this up. Y'all know I have been on here on this journey and just feeling like sometimes I'm just floating and my career is just like fleeting, like I'm here and but don't really know what I'm doing here and stuff like that. And for those who have been keeping up with my videos, y'all are aware of that. And recently, like last week, I said, was it last week or the week before? One of those weeks. And I was just like, sometimes I just feel like I jumped too quick into being a teacher. Like, yes, I heard the Lord say clear as day in the backyard when I was meditating in California, as clear as you can hear the sound of rain. His voice was so clear, and I heard him say, teach. Keep in mind, I ran from teaching for 10 years. I ran from teaching for 10 years. Um, it was like on and then off and then on and then off. And then I was going to school for it to build up some credits in order to be able to transfer some of my classes to teaching classes and stuff like that to get the credentials I needed for teaching way back then. But I had already graduated with a bachelor's degree in communication, blah, blah, blah. And again, I just went back to school to get some extra courses. I feel like something's on my lip, sorry, to get some extra courses that can also transfer over to education. And then I removed myself from those courses. Ooh, I don't know, what is this? Like hair or something. There we go. And yeah, so I just never fully pursued that. And my parents kept saying, you need to teach, you need to teach, you need to teach, you need to teach. But anybody can tell you what you need to do. But is that really your calling just because they're telling you to do something? Is that really your calling? Is that really my purpose? And so, I just been, for years, I've been on just this path of uncertainty, being unsure, feeling unfulfilled, and not really like satisfied because I didn't know, like, I'm here now. I am in the teaching industry, but it still felt so unsatisfying, and very discouraging, which I've talked about before on my platform. And so, anyways, not to stay or dwell in that one space, um but yeah, so even now, more so as a fifth grade teacher, I've still been wondering, like, am I still supposed to be here teaching? I feel like it's a waste of my time. I'm just like going down the list at this point of like all of the discouraging things as a teacher. And I always say too, sometimes like I feel like the Lord hears me when it comes to my family members and my family, and for that I'm grateful. But I kind of feel like He abandons me sometimes. And so recently, per usual, He's been waking me up out of my sleep for the past 2 days, and I'm quite out of energy, like I mentioned in the video before this one, quite out of energy because of that. And so, yeah, I was still, talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. But, I always feel like still, like, why do you wake me up and you don't even listen to me? Like, where are your works? I don't see what you're doing for me in particular. I've seen what you've done for other people. Like, I've literally, when I was fasting, I literally received a beautiful phone call, but it was someone very dear and close to me. I won't say who that is specifically because I'm very protective and you don't know the lurking spirits on here that may wish bad or whatever. So I'm protective in that sense. And I do pray still over my family and stuff like that and over the ones that I love. But I just always want to be as cautious as I can, referring to anyone that's close to me, myself included. But yeah, I got a phone call from someone that's very near and dear. And they were saying, like, first of all, we're in the middle of the school year. Keep in mind, we are in the middle of the what? School year. So once you're locked in with a school, you are locked in. And people don't really appreciate if you up and leave. Literally, you guys, this person, this individual, while I was fasting, this individual, received a phone call from a school that she was already at. She was already working at the school, but they let her go because they said she didn't have the credentials. Come to find out the whole time, she didn't need those said credentials to do the position that she was doing. So they wasted her time by letting her go. This same school that let her go called her back in the middle of the year. Called her in the middle of the year. I'm talking about recently, you guys. Recently. Like before we went out on spring break. So that was March 9th. We had spring break March 9th through the 12th. And right before, so March 7th or March 8th is when she got the phone call. And they were like, do you want to get this position? A $30,000 raise for that position she's in. No bachelor's degree, no nothing. A $30,000 raise. Making the money she's always wanted to make, and rightfully so. She definitely deserves it. I mean, according to my auntie, we're not deserving of anything. And that's true, considering Christ and everything like that. But Christ so sees that this person is fit to be making that type of money. So that's what I mean when I say I see what the Lord does for everybody around me, but sometimes I feel like he abandons me. It was me that was fasting. It was me that was doing this. And I'm seeing everybody around me prosper, but what about me? And granted, I am so happy and so grateful and so elated and joyful for them receiving their blessings because that's what I pray for. But I also pray for me. Where are you when it comes to me? So he has finally spoken. He has finally confirmed what I should be doing with my life. And these wee hours of the nights that he has woken me up, we're getting back on track. We are getting back on track. And I was literally just bawling my eyes out. Of course, I had made it to my home. And like I was saying prior to going on that rant, that's relevant to my message, right? Yeah, I was in the middle of editing the video that I just posted. Same shirt, same everything on, right? I was in the middle of editing that video. And in the video, if you watch it, you will hear me while seeing me talk about my school previous to the one that I'm at now, the school that I worked at prior to this one, and how the parent relationship with the teachers and everything was so much different than what I'm dealing with now, and how they were just so eager and so involved with making sure their students or their children were learning and taking education seriously. And so I was saying how I missed that. And I was also acknowledging, how parents will write me and just tell me how great of a job I'm doing at teaching their babies and how impactful I've been in their lives as the parent and their children's lives, just from them simply watching their children grow and thrive under my care and under my teaching. And so I kid y'all not, when I was editing that other video, um, that y'all see, in the middle of me editing, I had a parent, I kid you not, this is nobody but God, nobody but Jesus. I literally was jumping up and down in my house, just saying, Jesus, 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 you are so awesome. You are so good. You are faithful. You are real. Because my God, my God, my God, you are listening to me. This is the second thing that he's done this week, between last week and this week, to confirm all of my doubts, to confirm all of my uncertainty, all of my questions, all of my, hey, do you see me? Because I felt like I was on this island, like out of a movie, on an island where it's just me. I got stranded and I see this airplane, this private plane fly across, and I'm down there jumping and waving my hand to the sky or waving my hand to Christ, comparing the helicopter to Christ and saying, hey, I'm here. Do you see me? Do you see me? And the helicopter just keeps going, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, 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 I'm right here. I'm right here. Find me, find me. See me, see me. And the helicopter just keeps going by. And that's how I was kind of comparing the helicopter to Christ. And I just felt like I'm there, like, hey, where are you? Where are you? I'm here. I praise you. I worship you. I live righteously. I'm doing this. I'm doing all of this, right? But you do not see me for whatever reason. But between last week, like I just said, and this week, this is the second confirmation that he has given me to just bring me peace and comfort. And at this point, I can either fight it and keep fighting him and being frustrated, or I can just surrender to what he wants me to do. Because I'm not going to lie, I'll take accountability. I was kind of fighting him on what he was telling me my purpose was. That part. People don't want to acknowledge that. I was fighting him. I heard him clear as day say teach, but I was fighting him on it and frustrating myself because I was fighting so hard against it that I started to believe that this is not where I'm supposed to be. I'll say that one more time for somebody who really needs to resonate with that. I was fighting so hard against what he told me to do, specifically, directly, clear as day. So much so that I started to believe that this was not my purpose or my calling. So at this point, it is solely up to me to surrender or continue to live a frustrated life because of disobedience. Because I don't want to be teaching. I'm not going to lie. I do not want to be teaching. I don't like anything that really comes with it for real, minus the good things that happen every now and then, like I explained in the other video. It's more discouraging than it is satisfying. But this is what he told me to do. So, going back to my main point, and then I'm off of here. When I was going for the third time, when I was editing the video, a parent from my old school literally randomly reached out to me. I guess she was going through her call log, trying to delete numbers and block numbers, or just trying to figure out who all still had access to her, I'm assuming. And so she texted me. I'm going to put the text up here. She texted me and she said, "Who's this?" And I said, "It's Miss Ivory, LOL, exclamation mark. Hi, Miss such and such." And she's like, "Oh, you," her son's name, "Oh, third grade teacher." And I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." And y'all can see for yourself what else was said in the text. And I blurred out my last part that I sent to her because I felt like that was personal on a spiritual level. And pretty much, basically, I'll just leave it there. And but yeah, this is what she said. And so how random is that? I've been gone from that school, what, all year? All year, I have not been at that school. All year, I have not been in contact with this woman. And out of the blue, she sends me a text that says, "Who's this?" That's what started the conversation. And then went into this. How great is my God? How great is our God, Jesus Christ? Sing together, how great is our God. Man, wow, wow, wow. And it may not seem like much to those who are reading it or to those who don't truly understand what I've been going through. But anybody else that has ever felt like this, who needs confirmation, it's coming. It's coming, and you will know that it was God sent, God ordained for that message to particularly reach you. And it may not come in a text message. It may be somebody you run into at the grocery store who may pull you aside, a stranger, just to let you know that it is God all by himself that is sending that message through that particular individual. You can be at the nail shop. You can be walking, hiking, doing whatever. But God will get through to you somehow, some way. He is a great God. You are not abandoned. And I'm talking to myself as I am talking to y'all. You're not abandoned. You're not forgotten. You are seen. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are loved. God has created you to be worthy of everything that you desire. And it is all falling into place, one piece at a time. You're not going to get confirmation when you want it. Reality is that's just what it is. We cannot rush God. He is an on-time God. He is God and God alone, all by himself. And he will get through to you when it is the right time to get through to you. Because this was my time. This was the moment. This was the moment. So all of his waking me up, all of his gnawing at me, get up, get up, get up. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Be in my presence. Keep talking to me. Keep asking me questions. Keep being truthful and honest to me with how you feel, regardless of how much you feel it's going to hurt me. Keep being in your truth and saying how you feel. I hear you. I am working on things. It's coming. And I will confirm. So take this message as you may. I hope this helps someone out here that's watching my channel. I'm about to go wash my face as always. Brush my teeth, floss my teeth, and work on some stuff for work. It's almost 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Still got to work on some stuff. Just because STAR is over with, don't mean that teaching is over. We still have to go back to regular lessons, given regular quizzes. So I still have to prepare. Preparation and patience, the two things that I've been having to sit in, the two words that I've been having to sit in and deal with and face. Preparation and patience. How ironic. So I need to prepare for my lesson tomorrow. So I'm going to get up off of here and talk to y'all later.